Welcome guys to this week Sunday market map. You know why I'm smiling? I know you'll be wondering what kind of engineered construction is this. Well, that's what I have now, and that's the only way audio will be audible. So that's why I made my construction like this. So anyways, let's head into business. So I've actually analyzed this space before now, but I've been so busy. So that's why I was unable to make video on it, because price has opened about almost 3 hours ago. So this week we have a couple of pairs that I'll be looking out for to trade this week. So I'll be starting with BTC and gold. So just to warm up. So you see BTC last week created this ginormous bullish candle. So we are still bearish. This is the lower low and this is the lower high. So if you go down to the daily time frame is still at the high, higher low. So if you go down to the 4 hour time frame is also higher high, higher low, but it was showing sign of retracement. But the thing is just that this week BTC does not have any zone for me to buy. So moving to the next, gold. So on gold, on the weekly time frame, we are bullish on the weekly time frame. This is the higher high, this is the higher low. Okay, so this area of interest is not that clear on the weekly time frame, but if we go down to the daily time frame, it's clear, and we have resistance, support. So I'm waiting for this pullback to buy. So on the 4 hour time frame also, so when that pullback is happening, it's also pullback, because we are also bullish on this time frame. So moving on to currency pair. So currency pair, CAD JPY is the first on the list. It was also part of my watch list last week. And you can see we are still bearish. This is the lower low, this is the lower high. The price have retraced back to this place. Okay, so anticipating the continuation sell to the downside. You go down to the daily time frame, you see that the daily time frame has approached this zone here. Okay, daily time frame approached this zone here. So, and we have rejection candle here. So I'm waiting for this candle to form a bearish engulfing. Then if this should be a bearish candle, then tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll have a weekly test. A weekly test on Tuesday candle here before I will now be able to take the trade to the downside. Okay, so moving on to the next pair on the list, we have CAD JPY. No, Euro JPY. Euro JPY is more like the same thing. Okay, because on the weekly time frame we are also bearish. So price have this very strong candle here, go back, and if you go down to the daily time frame, we have a stop. Okay, and price is reacting off of this zone here. So if we go down to the 4 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame is bullish, higher high, higher low. Okay, so when I have this candle to create an evening star formation here, so the next day I'll be looking for pullback, then to sell down, same as CAD JPY, because of the JPY that is in the pair. Okay, so moving on to Euro GBP. So Euro GBP is an interesting one, because on the weekly time frame, we are bearish on the weekly time frame. Okay, we are bearish on the weekly time frame, but there is an area of interest there. Okay, and price is currently reacting off of this zone. Get, so price can go like this, which is high probability trade. Okay, or we can have this pullback to this zone here, get a short day trade to that zone, because the daily time frame is bullish, higher high, higher low. So we can just have this. Once I have a rejection candle here, I'll be looking to take the trade to the upside, take profits here before we'll not be interested in taking the trade to the downside. Okay, because if you go down to the 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour time frame also is bullish, higher high, higher low. Okay, and just have the quick buy to the upside before we get to this zone. So that's what I'm actually looking for. Or the high probability trade I'm talking about is when this daily time frame shifts bearish, then we now have pullback to this place and sell. But I don't think that is going to happen this week, because if we are having that pullback, we'll also be having the pullback also be having the shifter structure on the 4-hour time frame. Excuse me. On the 4-hour time frame, the break retest then to buy, to sell, to say. Okay, so moving on, the next pair on the list is USD card. So USD card in the weekly time frame, we are bullish, higher high, higher low on the weekly time frame. So price will trace back to this zone, rejecting an psychological level and this strong area of interest there. Also, we checked the left hand side, price have respected it multiple times in the past. So if we go down to the daily time frame is bearish. Okay, it's bearish, but I still have the push to the upside to continue, because if before this time frame will turn bullish, you need to rally up, okay, to create like more 2 or 3 candle. Okay, but for the pullback to happen, the 4-hour time frame will have to be bullish. Okay, the 4-hour time frame have to be bullish. I don't know if you understand. Let me come again, but this is so technical. For this daily time frame to turn bullish, because if any candle body close above here, it will now be bullish. This time frame will now shift structure to be bullish, then to continue, maybe pull back here and continue the bullish trend. Okay, but for this daily time frame to be bullish, the 4-hour time frame, we have the bullish structure inside like this. Sorry, 4-hour time frame will have the bullish structure inside like this before we break above here. Okay, and but on the daily time frame, what you will just see, you just maybe like 2 candles. You just see like 2 or 3 candles. Get. So if you go down to the 4-hour time frame now, the 4-hour time frame be bullish to break this zone. This is also the daily lower high. Okay, and look at what the 4-hour time frame is doing now, because I've already drew this. I actually drew this before market open, and see market out. If this candle should close like this, then we already become bullish. And if we have the pullback to this zone here or to this zone here, depending on how high the push happen. Okay, once we have the pullback, I'll now go to the lower time frame around here, the lower time frame, and look for an entry signal around here and take the trade to the upside. Okay, it is just pure market structure. The market is actually showing what to do here. Get. So that is my bias on USD card. Okay, so if we go down to the next pair, which is USD CHF. So USD CHF is a very sweet trade. Okay, this CHF is a sweet trade, because if we go to the weekly time frame, see that the weekly time frame is bearish. Okay, this is the lower low, this is the lower high. I'm waiting for this candle, this weak candle, to have a retest here, to create a wick like this, to retest there, then now have this field of this something like this. Okay, so when that is happening, the daily time frame will now have the push to this place to retest the neckline of the head and shoulder. So left shoulder, multiple, this is 2 left shoulder. You can use this one, you can use this one, anyone. So this is the head, this is the right shoulder. Okay, so price have broken the neckline of the head and shoulder, so the price is actually approaching the neckline again. So once price close inside here and give me the rejection candle, I'll go down to the lower time frame to look for entry signal around here to take the trade to the downside. This is a very simple textbook trade, okay, to the downside. But if I'm selling this trade now, I will not sell much, because if you see the daily time frame, the weekly time frame, we also have inverted head and shoulder here. Okay, we also have inverted head and shoulder here. So price can still jet off of this zone, which it has actually wicked into it. Price can still jet here to have the push to the upside. So I'll just take a very short sell. Okay, just take a very short sell and sell and take profit here. Okay, so the next on the list is NZD-JPY. So NZD-JPY, you see that we are bearish. Okay, we are bearish. NZD-JPY. But if you go down to the daily time frame, the daily time frame is bullish, higher high, higher low. Okay, so and if you check to the left hand side, whenever we have a break, price come to retest it, but violated it, did not stop. Okay, yeah, it happened here, did not stop when having the pullback. It happened here, did not stop when having the pullback. It happened here, did not stop when having the pullback. But whenever price is approaching it from the downside, okay, we have rejection here, rejection, 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 rejection. Okay, so anticipating if price should come down to this place and reject, it will be a high probability to take it to the upside, because on the 4-hour time frame, our time frame is also bullish. And if you are coming to retest here, we'll be testing the previous structure points. Okay, we're testing the previous structure points, ground psychological level, EMA. Okay, look at the ground psychological level here, 94,000. Okay, so very simple trade. Although the weekly time frame is bearish, okay, but you check the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame is bullish, but it's likely this candle is likely to close above here. Okay, so if this candle should close above here, then it will not be bullish to form this candle to form a morning star and also a new higher high. We have 7 days left, more like this week, from now till Friday. Okay, so that is that on NZD-JPY. So we moved it to the next pair, which is AUD-USD. AUD-USD, on the weekly time frame, we are bullish and price has been rallying up gradually. Okay, so we want to continue the buy to the upside. Okay, whenever price broke this zone here, we come back, retest it, push, retest, push. Whenever we are on that, we serve as resistance. So anticipating this to come down here, give rejection to have the push to the upside. Very simple trade. Also, price to come down here, gets previous structure points, and there's no psychological level here. And that is that. Once come down here, give rejection, go down to the lower time frame, look for shift of structure and engulfing candle, take the trade to the upside. Okay, so GBP-CHF, last on the list. On the weekly time frame, we are bullish on the weekly time frame, but whenever we have a high, what normally happens? We rally down to have a low, isn't it? And whenever we have a low, yeah, we have rallied up to have a high. Very simple, logical. Get not the one 1 minute. It's logical. That's how markets move. Whenever we have a high, we normally have a low. Get whenever we have a low, we normally have a high before we continue the low. Okay, so right now we are the high. Okay, and for this weekly time frame to come down to this place, the daily time frame have to be bearish, which is what is happening here now. So price broke below this zone. We are not bearish on this time frame. I'm waiting for more like a rejection candle here to take the trade to the downside. More like trading the counter trend trade. This is a high risk trade. For this zone, price I've expected multiple times in the past. Okay, so if you go to the left hand side, you see whenever we approach it, here is our resistance. More like weak support. Okay, like support, then resistance. Okay, and support. So price I respected it multiple times in the past and it's likely to keep it what is happening here. But I'll need the rejection candlestick here. I need more like a doji around there. That's all. Okay, because whenever price approach it, we have a stop before we have the push. Whenever price approach it, we have a stop, then the push. And so that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that's what I'm looking out for this week. So let's see what this market this week will present itself. So thank you very much, and like the video, share, comment, and tell me what you think about it. So see you guys in the next video.